Hey guys, hope you're doing well. Got a few text message from people that wanted me to talk about how my Parasite cleanse was going with my doing the tequila. I will say this label's not straight on here, so whoever's operating the machinery or whoever's doing the labels on this, there must be drinking tequila because the front one is way off. But maybe it's because it's cheap tequila, I don't know. Anyway, basically, my video is on information only. It's allegedly, I was supposed to have certain effects on doing a Parasite cleanse using tequila on an empty stomach first thing in the morning. One shot. All it did was make me drunk. I'm not a drinker. I don't drink alcohol on a regular basis. I never have. I don't understand it. I don't understand paying a lot of money to feel shitty. Well, I mean, you feel good for a while, but then there's always the aftermath. That's on you. If you enjoy it, that's fine. But I've never understood drugs, smoking, drinking. I've never understood it. But, so to talk about the Parasite cleanse, it's basically you do a shot of tequila first thing in the morning on an empty stomach. And I also took a binder and I saw zero results. I did it for 21 days because I wanted to use up this bottle. I didn't want to have a half bottle of tequila in my arsenal. I didn't see much of a difference. All I felt is, 15 minutes after doing it, I had to sit down in a chair and take a nap because I was pretty much buzzed. And you guys can make fun of me. You can tell me all this stuff. I don't care. I'm not a drinker. I don't want to be a drinker. I don't want to but I was doing it on an empty stomach. So, and if my empty stomach is probably different than your empty stomach because I don't eat anything pretty much after 5 o'clock. I don't eat a lot of food to begin with. I don't eat 3 meals a day. I generally just eat bacon in the morning, crispy bacon that I fix. And then I don't usually eat something until mid to late afternoon, and that's usually my dinner. I've been doing that and I feel so much better. I never really, for the last 5 years, I'll fix breakfast for certain people and I might fix a breakfast when I'm hungry. And a lot of times I fix breakfast for dinner. But I don't eat because your body really needs to fast. You don't need this whole eating 6 meals a day, small meals, your body needs a break. Your body is not just a machine that's just going to keep going and going and going and going. You got to give it a break where it's idle. That's why we sleep. And like I said, my information is allegedly. This is not anything. This is what works for me. I'm calling about this is just what's worked for me. And this Parasite cleanse was allegedly supposed to work on me because it worked on this person that posted it online. But I didn't see any difference. But I'm also regular. So I think the simple fact of the matter is yes, we may get parasites. I think it's the food you eat. And I said, if you're excessively eating sushi every week, then yes, you definitely need to do a Parasite cleanse. If you're eating anything raw, you definitely need to. There's a possibility that you might get a parasite. So I need to stop my I don't know why it did that. Hopefully it'll stop tracking me. Stop. There. Sorry, I didn't even put my hand up, but I had to stop my gimbal from tracking me. But what I'm saying on this is all these things that are coming out about different things, yes, you could have them. But I think it's just a trend with people, with these influencers, because they're just trying to sell their product. That's what I notice on all of them. And they say, oh, you can't use this product, or you're not going to use this product. It's not going to work. You have to have this, you have to have that. And that's fine if it works for them. But it's not, we're all built pretty much the same. but we're not. We're all a little different. And that's what I say. Certain people that works for, that's great. If it works for you, do it. Keep doing it. But I think the whole thing is it's our eating habits that's causing a lot of our problems. And I think it's people are not eating cleanly and they're eating junk food. And so when they do take these products that they've really, I don't think they feel as good and they're not as healthy as they think they are. And I think when they take these products and they get these great results, it's just because you haven't been eating properly and you're not really as healthy as you think you are. And that's what I think a lot of these influences are getting in our head. We think we're unhealthy when in all actuality, yes, if you're on 6 different medications and you're on 5 other medications to counteract the 6 medications you're on, then you're probably not a healthy person. And if you think medication is going to help the problem, it may mask the problem, but it's not going to help. It's not going to fix it. And that's my whole thing with people that are on all these different diabetic drugs and all that other stuff. And yeah, I just think it's our eating habits, and I think people are overeating. And I think they're overeating because of the chemicals that they're eating on the processed food, and it's causing them to eat more because it tastes so good. And you just need to find the right food that you're eating, not be so repetitive with it, but eat different things. And I think that's my thing. I could have parasites. Like I said, I'm not seeing the results. There's certain things that I think it's food that's affecting me. And I'm not seeing the results that a lot of people are, but I just think that they've never done a parasite cleanse and they don't eat cleanly. That's just my opinion. And I think it's the amount of food that we're putting in our bodies, and that's what's causing obesity because of the taste of it and the chemicals that are causing our body to react to it. We have a lot of inflammation in our bodies because of the food we eat. And just like with I started a few years back, I've always cooked for myself. And granted, my mom and my grandmother, my Grandma Betty, were excellent cooks. And my mom always said she uses a recipe as a guideline, and then she does it her way to make it her recipe by using different things, adding different things. And that's the way I was raised. And it's just like I make the best chocolate chip cookies. They're good ingredients. They're good chocolate chips without soy lectin. And it's the same way with my Rice Krispie treats. I could probably make homemade marshmallows, but it's a huge process and it's really hard to do. You have to have it at a certain temperature, and I just don't want to take the time because it takes 5 minutes to make Rice Krispie treats. So what I do is there's one ingredient on the marshmallows that I don't like. It's at the end, so that means that there's less of it. And what I do is I use ingredients that are like butter, organic butter, and I just triple that recipe. So it outweighs the bad chemical, and they taste really good. They're really gooey. They're really good, and butter's good for you. That's allegedly, it's not. Well, allegedly, they want to sit there and tell you that butter's bad, that fat's bad for you, and fat's not bad for you. It's not. It's how your body uses it is when it comes bad. And if your body's not working effectively or efficiently, you're going to have a problem with having excess fat. The fact of the matter is we need cholesterol. We need fat, because that's what makes brain function work very well. That's my opinion, and my opinion only. This is information. I'm not a doctor. I don't claim to be a doctor, but this is just what I know. And that's what I do with my Rice Krispies. So anyway, like I said, you can try this Parasite cleanse. I don't know if it's going to work for you. It didn't work for me, and I'm okay with it. I tried it. I just think we need to get our body to work efficiently and not eat so much food that our body is constantly working, because that's what's causing a lot of issues is we're overeating. you know, we're overeating. And I'm noticing that since I'm not eating as much as I once was 4 or 5 years ago. You know, I used to have a protein shake. I used to have a meal replacement with protein and all the other stuff. You know, I kind of stopped doing that. I did it for 2 months, and I didn't really, I felt actually better. And then I stopped drinking iced tea because I was pretty much an iced tea drinker. So I stopped that for 3 months. Didn't notice a difference. I thought it was causing me inflammation in my body, the caffeine, using a sugar, brown sugar as my sweetener in it. Nothing changed after 3 months. So obviously that wasn't, and that's what I do is I eliminate things to see if that's what's causing the problem, because I may have changed my eating habits a little bit to try to figure out why my arm's hurting, why this is hurting. It's inflammation. It's not arthritis. I'm going to be 58 this year. I don't have any arthritis. Arthritis is an autoimmune disease. This is my opinion only. Don't take this as medical fact, but that's what it is an autoimmune disease. Just like everything else in our life, different things that go on, all these different diseases. It's like, no, there's a lot. Our body can cure itself if you give it the right thing. And medicine's not the answer, but that's my opinion and my opinion only. Don't want to get in trouble with YouTube or Facebook. You know, the fact checkers. Anyway, let me know in the comments. This is what this did to me, and it, like I said, no, I didn't see any results after 21 days. So I would think I would see results after 10 days of doing it. It just made me drunk. Thanks for watching. I'll see you in the next one.